109,000 people have checked out the clips in this compilation, and I'm the only one debunking them. Let's get into it. I don't know why you're recording your kitchen like this. It makes no sense. What are you securing? There's nothing to see here. It's mostly about the EVPs, right? The EVPs are the important thing, but if it was me, I would set my security camera up right here, aimed at my door, which is likely that way. Not like this. This makes no sense. Now, let's take a look at the audio. Okay, we've established that the security camera makes no sense to where it's placed, but we can take a closer look at the stereogram because this is an EVP, and EVPs are audio, and audio means we can look for the cuts. So, here's the audio. You hear all the problems with that? Let's look at the visuals. See that? That's a clip. It's been cut in. There's one there. This is the initial clip. This is what we heard. This. Not sure what that is, but it's present in the actual recording. So this is the source footage. This is the floor of the source footage. This is known as the EMF, the electronic magnetic field. This is present in all recordings that are plugged into the wall. Security cameras, microphones that are on your computer, plugged into the computer, plugged into the wall, unless you have something in the line to break this EMF field, okay? Or this EMF, which is, the last word is field. So if we look a little bit closer on this, we can actually see the ladder effect. So this is human speech, recorded as human speech. It's not synthesized. However, we see that there is a break in the floor right here, which is a little bit further from behind me. You can see there's a break in the floor here. This is a cut in the audio. Listen. See? That's an overlaid clip. And we can just button it up there, but I wanted to show you all the examples of this. See this? This is another break in the floor. Let's listen to this. See? Another clip is playing. Check this out. See that? See this right here? That part that goes dee-dee-dee-dee-dee? That right there is an incoming cell phone call or a text on the cell phone that this is being recorded on. We can also see in specific areas how the floor almost dissolves. See how yellow and dark and sharp that is? The reason why the floor, the EMF is like this is because this camera is directly plugged into the wall. But if you look over here, this is a variable EMF with broken bits. This is a cell phone that's being charged right now. That is not that. And this never fucking changes. It's constant. This is the sound, this yellow bar at the bottom, this is the sound of the electricity coming from the wall into your camera or your microphone enabled camera, your camera that has a microphone or your microphone itself. This is what studios try to filter out when they're producing music. Because this and all of this here, this frequency, this noise, it all gets filtered out in professional studio settings. But if we look at the section here, we can see that it's all over the place with large gaps in the floor right there and right there. So this audio has been manipulated. You've spliced a bunch of vocal lines into it. Nobody else on the YouTube is doing this. Nobody else is checking spectrograms when debunking ghost videos. You should subscribe to our channel because we're doing things that other people aren't. This is brand new for me. 2026, I'm starting to do this. This is going to be what's going to happen going forward. We're not just going to debunk ghost videos by saying it doesn't make sense. I'm going to do shit like this. One last time, look, this is proof that it's edited. This is another application we used for forensic audio analysis and Dead Space. But that's not even to say that even here you can very clearly see the audio is spliced in. So this is thoroughly debunked, 100%. here we see a normal, everyday compression error. This is, once again, just like in the last video. If you watch that, you'll know. This is a problem with the P-frames not being updated by the iframe. So the iframes, the P-frame is the entire set background, the trailer here or house, and then the rest of the scene. This person is walking through rapidly, wearing colors that would normally match in infrared, by the way, NIR compliant clothing. Does not show up properly on infrared, but most does. You can see here that his the color in the infrared closely matches the floor. The infrared light is insufficient, and the camera's processing is insufficient to be able to capture this person in real time as they transit the scene. This is not a ghost. This is a regular corporeal human, and the camera cannot update the scene fast enough to provide us with an accurate visual. Next video. It should come as no surprise, but we're once again here in the spectrum analysis. Here we see that every single clip that has been added to this file, this video, is added in post. Every single one. All of it. Now I'm going to let you listen to it, and you're going to see that every single time you see that is where there's a new clip. And if you listen closely, you can actually hear the click of the audio file as it's being inserted. There you go. Once again, thoroughly debunked. You have modified your audio file, and we have forensic tools to prove it. Next clip. All right, full disclosure on this particular clip, all the audio that you're hearing in the background, the well-timed thumps and everything, I put those in there because the original clip had copyright sound from Epidemic Music. And I, being a penniless YouTuber, starving artist who's struggling to get any views on any of my videos, have not enough money to purchase a license from Epidemic Sound so that I can use these videos as they are. Regardless, here we see several objects falling down all over this person's apartment. However, if you recognize the plant that was over here from the previous clip, you'll know that this is the guy that edited his audio. So if you edit your audio, you might as well edit your footage or modify your footage. But in this particular case, I don't want to just say that it's string and button it up and say, ta-da, you got it, it's string. But it is string. It has to be. You are already faking one piece of evidence. You might as well be faking this too. The thing that stands out across this video is that when the dust appears, and that appears around here, once this planter falls, it kicks up dust, and you see the dust. However, the dust isn't actually in the video, because the dust is flying around like insects. But if we take a closer look at the dust, we see that it's not insects. This is an overlay. This is an overlay of dust applied to the video to obfuscate visual string. Because if you see the string glint in the video, no you didn't, it was just dust. The reason why I know that it's actually been added in post is because security cameras aren't typically able to see dust that looks... Look at this. See this dust here? This dust is too far away from the camera to be visible at all. I used to be a CCTV footage expert, like professional. I was paid to review and analyze CCTV. That's not normal. This is a filter that's been applied to the video, and then they've taken the alpha layer. You know, they've made it opaque. They've lowered the opacity. That's not supposed to be there. Hundreds of hours. I looked at hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, possibly 1,000 hours, possibly more. It was a lot. And this right here, this little dust, that's enough for me to tell you that something's not right here. Stronger IR light? Maybe. However, the reason why that has to be the case is because that is so severely overexposed that the camera would be limiting its IR light throwing because of this to prevent the camera from blooming out. Look, you see bloom right here. This right here would stop that dust speck from being visible, which is like 2 feet from the camera, and that dust speck would not be visible. Set up your camera correctly. Don't put it near really bright things, and maybe, just maybe, that would have been passable. Same guy, same room, same camera, aimed at a different spot, same shit. No change. Added audio. You want to see the spectrogram? Let's look at it. 1, 2, 3. Look at this shit. Look at that. Added. Look at all that. It is human speech, though. It's not synthesized. See the ladder effect? That's where we can hear the sounds. But like, look at this. You can hear it right here. Look, listen to this part right here. Let's narrow that down more. Go to about this big. Look at this. That's 2 different audio files you butted against each other. Idiot. I don't even need a spectrogram to hear that. It's just nice to see a visual representation of it. I mean, when you watch 0 data suddenly get spiked in like one specific frame, you know that there's some audio shenanigans. I mean, look at the ceiling. The audio files go through the ceiling. This is the ambient noise that's being recorded by the environment, right? This is the maximum range that the camera's microphone can record. And you have all of these audio files that are recording on something that has a higher bit rate that you've then placed over top of your video. The spectrogram reveals all. Look at how many times it peaks past the ceiling. The ceiling is the absolute limit. This is the cutoff. Everywhere you see one of these, it's above the ceiling, above the cutoff. It's not a flexible limit. It's the top. It's like trying to open an umbrella in a room that's smaller than the umbrella. You cannot. And yet we see this. This is handheld. You still have your security. What? This is the same guy. Somebody's holding your security camera in their hands. There's no audio for this one. It's just this guy who's we're done with this guy.
Y'all listen real carefully, okay? Y'all hear it? I keep looking back there to see if that box gonna open.
I have a little bit of a script to follow because it's a more of a sensitive topic considering the box is containing human remains. So the release of gases with like methane, hydrogen sulfide, etc. During the putrefaction can indeed cause muscles to shift or air to escape through the trachea, which is why we would hear the whispering. However, these events are stochastic, they're random, sporadic, and fluid. They sound like wheezes, groans, or singular shifts. That being said, now that I'm thinking about it while I'm reading this little bit of the script, the kind of like, how would we call that? The bellow effect? You know, bellows for a fire, bellow effect, shocks, mass, might be going, you know what I mean? So that's possible too. The sound of the video from 5 seconds to 30 seconds is a consistent rapid fire tapping, which is the car, and the coupling between the box, the bellow effect, possible outgassing. The box is working as a diaphragm. It acts as a resonator. If the box is touching a hard surface like plastic casing of a seatbelt receiver or the door handle or even the window glass on the back window, the car's vibration can cause the box to impact the surface repeatedly. So we're hearing the tapping, right? But it's kind of hard because while it's not paranormal in nature, it is worth noting for you, dear audience, that the transportation of human remains typically requires a burial transit permit and a rigid sealed container, which is often a combo unit of cardboard and plywood, well, to prevent leakage and odor. This is not it. This is not it. This is the cardboard box. It's not big enough, or it might be big enough. The depth of the vehicle is not enough, unless it's a child. It's not paranormal. Let's move on. Not paranormal. Sympathetic residence. Okay, so light source, shadow from post of light source. Another light source further down the street, causing this shadow. That shadow, not the same direction. That shadow is coming from, that shadow is cast from that direction down this way, and the shadow that is on that is of something that's on whatever horizontal surface is over there. Be it a flagpole, be it a squirrel, possibly a bird, maybe a couple birds pissing each other off. Doesn't matter. What it isn't is a ghost. I was interrupted 9 times while trying to record this segment. I'm honestly tempted to just cut the whole thing out and just move on to the next clip. Fresh eyes, fresh joy, freezing rain outside. There's like 12 millimeters of ice on everything. The trees are coming down outside. There's a forest out there. And I keep hearing big snaps and branches falling. We're in the middle of an ice storm. We're fucked. But the power hasn't gone out, so I don't care. Next clip. This is the spookiness right here. This person leaving the room. Nobody is supposed to be there. If we look at it very closely, we can determine that there's a specific period in time in which the scene updates properly. Let's look at that again. Watch. As he goes around the corner, there's a snap. See that snap? I mean, look at this. It's a static shot. We don't even need to do very much video editing. Plus, why the fuck is so much of the roof exposed? Look at what you're securing. Look at the security footage. Okay, we see the back door, which fantastic. That makes sense. You want the camera showing the back door, but why is 3/4 of the screen the roof? Lower the damn camera. You're not recording anything useful. You're recording 30% roof and then 20%, and then man, you know what I mean? Place the security camera in the right spot. Hypothetically speaking, if it wasn't a composite shot, there's 2 people in the house. We were just given this random piece of footage and then applied some weird logic to it, some weird background to this footage. For all we know, this could be not even their video in the first place. We're just supposed to take her, the mother's word for it that this is not another one of her children or her child's friend or girlfriend or something. It looks kind of feminine. It's a composite shot, and if it's not, there's 2 people in the house. Big fucking whoop. Ah, man, this video is falling apart quickly. That'll do it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Check out our channel membership for access to our Discord, and check out our channel merch store at ydsmstore.ca. I love you. I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.
We cracked the code, we broke the spell. Another myth debunked so well. Till next time, don't be deceived. Stay sharp, stay smart. Believe in what's believed. Truth wins out every time. Truth wins out every time.